Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. You have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee together. Have coffee with us this morning as we have a lot to discuss, guys. I've been kind of piecing some things together over the last couple days. After going over some of the recalls, I felt it'd be very important to talk about some of the items that are going to be going up in price. Some items that are already going up in price. Some things you guys have been talking about as well that you all have been seeing in the stores as of recent. We have to go over these items, guys. So there's about 5 solid things that I've been seeing personally go up in price in the stores. And it's ones that are some of the regular ones that we were talking about that were going to be going up in price by the end of 2024 and into 2025. Number 1 on that list is spices. Spices continue to rise in price. We've seen it happen so much so that companies are starting to cancel out a lot of spices that they've been getting and adding other spices that may actually be more expensive. And I know you may say that, well, it could be part of people aren't able to get the cheaper spices anymore, or those prices are getting so high that companies may think, like Walmart, it might be a better idea to buy the ones that people that are buying at other stores, like McCormick. McCormick is a tried and true product that people seem to be buying. If they weren't, then Walmart would not be selling it, right? I mean, that's kind of how Walmart works. They're not selling it. If they notice the numbers are down immensely, they're going to get rid of it and get something else. Surprisingly, this happened with one of their own products. We see great value spices harder and harder to come in, and we've seen the prices go up even on their cheapest spices to $1.12. Now, some people have argued that those spices aren't very good. Let me say that I've used great value spices for a long time. I think they're just fine. Like the garlic. Now, some people have been saying you haven't been able to find like the actual garlic salt. That is a hit or miss. That's a popular one. But like onion powder, onion salt, different things like this, different kinds. We've used a lot of great value over the years, and I've never had an issue. Some people have issues with the price. Well, $1.12 really isn't that bad, considering that a lot of other places keep going up. We saw where Aldi, there's cheaper spices, which, although on an Aldi Saver deal right now for 99 cents a piece, which is a great deal, and you're getting more. You're getting more through Aldi than you are at a lot of other stores, unless you shop at places like Big Lots, Ollie's Bargain Outlet, even Sam's Club. Now, since I brought up Big Lots, let's say there's some kind of deal, I guess, that's been worked out with Big Lots. We're going to see if stores stay open. I actually drove past Big Lots the other day, our Big Lots, and it said store closing. So I'll be interested to see if that sign comes down. Apparently some of the stores were safe, so only time will tell on that. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Next on our list is beef. We said this was going to happen. We've been talking about this for months. Beef prices are starting to go back up. We saw them come down a little bit, but we are seeing them go back up in price, even way higher than they've ever been. Beef prices are getting very expensive. And, some people have been saying that there's so much beef, like they don't know what's going on. Well, people aren't buying it. And then if people aren't buying it, that's going to force prices to come down just a little bit until they start selling it again. And then the prices go right back up. And as I say all the time, okay, when you find a sale on something, buy it. Right? These kind of things don't hesitate on, because the next time it might be $2 or $3 more than what it was before. And I'm kind of keeping this one in the same category here, okay? Just because it's meat. But pork, as to where we haven't seen the prices go up, what is happening? We're seeing sales not near as good as we used to. Now, at Kroger last week, I was pleasantly surprised when we saw some pretty good pork deals. But we haven't seen many in a while. We haven't seen many in a long while. So that's one thing, we'll have to see where it goes, as far as pork prices go. But that's another one. Now, number 3 has to be coffee. Coffee continues to rise. Coffee is going to continue to go up over the next few months. We may see it level off at some point. Usually, Folgers may have hit that plateau right now, may have hit that line, because they've gone up so much, I can't imagine people are going to still continue to pay for it if it gets any higher. Coffee companies know this. They know that they can only go up so much until the competition catches up, as we saw happen with Dunkin'. We see Dunkin' going up in price now too. We've seen it at Sam's Club, and we've seen it at a couple other places. Now, I'm not going to go on and on about coffee because we talk about that one all the time. I always say, like I do in anything else, if you find a sale on it, stock up on it, because these prices are going to continue to go up until they level off, right? We've seen it with Green Mountain, and you got to factor in the shrinkflation too, okay? If it hasn't gone up in price, but it is shrinkflated, well, it is like you're paying more because you're getting less. See what I'm saying? Like we saw where Green Mountain, the Keurig pods have shrunk down to 10 count, right? We saw where the prices were pretty good there for a while. Now what's happening? Regular price, $7.99. Some places even $8.99. So all they did was bring that price down for a minute, right? A month or so. And now we're starting to see those prices go back up, right? Even the sale on Kroger coffee right at the holiday, I would have assumed they would have had a digital coupon of $5.99. That is not the deal. It was $6.99. Now we saw where Kroger coffee, the big cans of coffee, went up a couple months ago from $8.99 to $9.99. Now, we always say we like to see regular prices come down, which Kroger has lowered some regular prices, and a lot of other stores have lowered some regular prices too, including Walmart, and that's good to see because as we see regular prices come down, we see better sales. Hasn't been so much the case on coffee, though, for the most part. We see the prices go up, and then we'll see the sale price that we're used to seeing, and then from then on forward, we usually see that go up higher on the sale price by at least $1, which is kind of sad. And again, for new viewers, people who are just joining the channel who have asked in recent videos of why I love Sam's Club, that is one reason. Coffee, for what you get, is a lot cheaper than what it is in the regular stores right now. They did go up at Sam's Club, but you're still getting a lot more for what you pay for. Okay, next on the list. A lot of people have been talking about paper products. Okay, I know this ain't food, but it's something we have to discuss. Toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, different throwaway dishes, right? A lot of this stuff is starting to go up in price for whatever rhyme or reason. I feel like it's like some of these places just wait for the opportune moment when, you see a lot of things that are kind of stable and it's like, oh, well, maybe this is our chance to rise in price. Now, I haven't seen a lot as far as shrinkflation in toilet paper lately, but some of you have been talking about that with some different brands, namely store brands. I don't get great value toilet paper. We go to Sam's Club, we get Members Mark. I know some people were saying that the quality of Kirkland seems less than what it was before. We don't get Kirkland toilet paper, but I will say this. We've had a lot of viewers that absolutely love Kirkland toilet paper. So let us know down in the comments if you've noticed a change, if you noticed shrinkflation, or if you have noticed a lack in quality. So that is one thing. I'm not going to go on and on about toilet paper because we were talking about this one for a long time too, that this is going to continue to go up in price. We've seen ones that were $16.99 up to $18.99 for like big packs. We went over this the other day with some of the Kroger paper towels, I guess it was. Or no, it was the toilet paper. And one of them was on sale for $16.99, which was the regular price not too long ago. So we are seeing a heavy increase in paper products. Now, I know I initially said 5 items, but there may actually be a lot more on this. Some things that maybe I'm missing. Okay, but we are starting to notice a lot of other different organic products start to go up. We were talking about this a while back, like conventional products almost seemed like they were getting more expensive than organic. And I said, a lot of you were saying this, that, well, maybe this is playing catch up. Maybe something is going on. Who knows? But we are starting to see different organic prices go up again. And, some of these recalls play in hand with all of this stuff too, guys. Like take Kirkland eggs. Take the eggs that were just on recall, the 24 count organic eggs. A lot of that is playing in part with prices that are going to be going up on a lot of different things, because when things are taken away and stores are losing money, they have to figure out ways to either charge, or it could be the manufacturer, it could be the person that is sending them the product to that is raising the prices. Now, eggs have gone up like crazy, and this is the next one that I want to talk about. Eggs have gotten ridiculously overpriced right now. We think that it's going to get worse. Okay, now I will say that the last time I was at Kroger, I was kind of in shock by how many different brands of eggs they are not getting in. Like eggs that I usually, when I go to the grocery store, if I'm trying to point out that, we're always looking for the cheapest prices. So if I go to Kroger, I'm looking at the prices of their cheapest eggs, cheapest Kroger eggs, and the cheapest 18 count, 12 count. It's usually the only ones I go over because we have a lot of stuff to cover, and I just don't look at too much of the other ones unless I'm buying for just me and Jess. I have noticed that there are a ton of eggs that aren't coming in from different companies that they're just not getting them in. They're putting those little blue, sorry for the inconvenience stickers on there, and they're just not getting them in. That is going to cause the price to go up too. Because if they're not making the money from different companies on these other products, they have to make up for that in some way, and you better believe they're going to pass that on to you and me. Oh, it's the crazy world one, guys. I've been wanting to talk about these 5 items here. Now that we're at the end of the year, I always like to make sure that, stuff that we've talked about throughout the year, that if what has happened and what is going to happen. It looks like the 5 exact items that everybody was saying was going to go up. All the different articles and things from different farmers, Farmer's Almanac, different things that people have mentioned on the channel. It looks like every one of these 5 items are going up in price right at the time they said they would. Okay? I always hope that maybe they're wrong and that this wouldn't happen. Now, there's plenty of other things that are going to be going up in price too. There's been a lot of price increases over the years, or over the last year, that we've gone over, that I could go over so many. It would be from boxed rice to cereal to just many other things. But when looking at the bad, I also try to look at the good. We've seen a lot of things come down too, and we've seen some of the best deals in a long time at places like Meijer. Meijer over the last couple of weeks has really nailed it. They've done a great job keeping some prices lowered. So has Kroger. And as you guys, most of you know, the last time I went to Walmart, I was in complete shock. A lot, like some of the beef prices were down. A lot of the steaks weren't. A lot of the steaks, but we saw where the hamburger had dropped immensely in price. Now that could fluctuate, right? With everything going on with beef prices, like we said, paying more for feed and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. But again, I preach the same message, guys. I talk about the same message. When you find a good sale on these things, get it now before it goes up again. Hopefully it doesn't go up and things stay down. That's what we hope for, but I know better, and I just want to make sure that, we're stocking up on the things that, we're saving a little bit here and there. So... and, we've seen some things like sugar come down. We've found some good deals on sugar. Flour, there's been some great deals on flour. Take advantage of some of these holiday sales. Also, today is Sunday. Actually, no, it's Saturday. I'm doing this the night before. You guys will see this on Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we have just a couple days before the New Year. And if you're planning on doing some New Year snacks and stuff, take advantage, even if you're not. Take advantage of some of these deals as they're coming across here. As we find these sales, which arguably it's not as good as it was a week or two ago. But there are still some good deals. There's lots of different chips and dip sales and different platters and stuff like that. The holidays bring these out. Probably be going to Meijer here in a couple days to check out some of those deals. I actually plan on doing a trip to Costco to see some different things. It's been a while since I've been to Costco, so I'm excited to do that. Costco's a little far for me, especially, with the traffic and everything through Kentucky, because I usually go to the one in Florence, Kentucky. But they have a bridge that's being worked on one side of the river, crossing from Cincinnati into Kentucky, so traffic has been really crazy on I-75. So Maybe. We'll see what happens. I'll have to check it because I'm not going to sit in traffic for an hour, hour and a half. That's just not going to happen. I mean, I know some not shortcuts, but I know some ways around. We'll see. We'll see. It's been a while since I've been to Costco. I'd like to check out, see if they got any New Year deals and stuff like that. But, we'll continue to stay busy. We'll continue to do what we do. We're, constantly making sure that we are talking about some of these things as they come along, as I can put it together, because we're always trying to do some different entertainment videos as well. A lot of you guys know that me and Jessica like to do the fun and entertaining videos together and stuff like that, and we're looking forward to those as well. But as far as prices go, guys, for most things, I would say it's been pretty stable. I haven't seen any significant price increases other than the things that we have talked about. And it's good to stock up on some of these things while they're a good price. Finding canned goods. I saw those canned goods at Kroger. Some of their canned goods, like the corn, green beans, peas, 44 cents a can. I don't know how long that's going to last. That could be something that once the sale runs out on it, it's done. I don't really know. You may want to check with your local Kroger. But there's been some pretty good deals. And I will say, I've been pleasantly... I got to get back to Walmart, too. I've been pleasantly surprised with Walmart. I wasn't too excited about some of their different Christmas like their ham sales really weren't nothing to brag about. But they did have some cheap turkey sales. And like I said, like the hamburger was a much better price. Some of those big 10-pound chubs, like $5 cheaper than they were just a few weeks ago, a month ago. Good to see that come down. Don't know how long that'll last. And that's the other thing too, when you're buying sales. Well, at Walmart, you're kind of, you got the rollback offers, but they're far and few between, and the chances of running into a rollback offer kind of blindly when you go into a store, and I mean, like, if you're, because some of these can be jumbled, and, some of them may have not been taken down. I've run into that a lot at Walmart where the stickers are still up, right? I'm sure you've run into that where the rollback offers are still up when they're actually not still on sale. So as to where you can check online, sometimes I see some online screwiness too. Like there'll be something that's not on usually it's the other way around though. Surprisingly, it won't be on a rollback offer. You go to the store and you find it on a rollback offer. I don't know if that has something to do with buying online. We don't do the Walmart Plus or any of that stuff. Although we probably will be doing the Walmart Plus when we travel out of town here in the next couple months, next month or so, give or take a week. But pretty excited for that. Excited to get away a little bit, do some fun, entertaining videos for you guys. But just wanted to touch on these things a little bit. Wanted to talk about these items because I'm still reading stories of these prices that are going up. We've heard of some different shortages on some beef but I haven't seen any. And we've also got a lot of comments of some overabundance on beef. And I think that has to do with the price being so high that people either can't afford it or just don't want to pay the price. I don't blame you at all. It's very expensive. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for Sunday morning here. Just wanted to put this out here. Might have something out later tonight, but I definitely will have something out in the morning for you guys. Stay safe. It's a crazy time of year, guys. It really is. I was out driving today with Mom and Jess, and we were driving some places. I told you guys in our last video, my mom's car needs to go to the shop. We got to get it worked on, so I've been driving her some other places. But boy, there have been some crazy drivers. Excuse me. Lots of crazy drivers. People like not paying attention on their phones. I mean, kind of everyday stuff, but you have a lot more people out right now because of the different holiday stuff going on. You got New Year coming up. If you're driving, don't forget, if you're driving, anytime during the New Year, New Year's Eve, be careful because there's going to be a lot of people drinking. I know I probably don't even need to mention that, right? But make sure you get where you're going and stay there. Be safe, but have fun. Enjoy yourselves, bringing in the new year. Hopefully things start to change for the better. We have seen some things change for the better, right? We've seen some terrible deals on things, but we've seen some really good deals on others. So at least we're seeing some really good deals on others right now, and it's not just all bad. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend.